crunchy, sticky, stringy, oily, flat, overly shiny. If you've ever experienced any of these symptoms while using gel, you may be entitled to financial compensation. And on this video, I'm going to show you how to never experience those problems ever again. Hey, what's up? My name is Barbara Delmonica. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I talk all things curly hair, specifically curly hair products, how to use them, the ins and outs of everything. I own a curly hair subscription service called Curls Monthly, where we send you 5 of the best curly hair products to try every month. You can now select your own products. We also have curly hair coaching included with your membership, so you can ask personalized questions. It's a blast in a glass. I will drop the link below if you are not already subscribed. On this video, I'm going to talk about a bunch of different tips. I believe there's 6 tips that I wrote down that are going to help you not get those bad results when using gel. No matter how many times I talk about that every single curly person needs a gel, I still get comments and people telling me in person that they don't like to use gel because of stickiness, stringiness, any of those things that I mentioned above. Everybody just thinks that, you know, if they use gel, they're gonna get like 2000s hair, you know, where it's all like sticky and stringy and doesn't look very good, which yes, if you use gel incorrectly, that's what it can look like. Or a lot of times people don't like using gel because they have maybe more fine hair or hair that more easily falls flat. So in that case as well, this video is also going to help you. And we're just gonna break down all the mistakes to avoid when using a curly hair gel. And I'm going to use a curly hair gel with you so you can see how I use it. The featured product on today's video is the Rahua Aloe Vera hair gel. I'm absolutely obsessed with this packaging. It is so chic. And of course, we have an adorable little mini inside of Curls Monthly in February 2025. But of course, if you're watching this video after, while supplies last, you can actually choose and swap products in your Curls Monthly mailer now. So you can always try this little guy if you're interested. If you've never heard of Rahua, their whole entire slogan is rainforest grown beauty. And that is because they are an indie hair care brand that is committed to protecting the Amazon rainforest. It was actually founded by a New York City hairstylist. He loved the biodiversity of the Amazonian rainforest. He was actually in Brazil and Ecuador and I believe Peru, educating people of their land rights and human rights, when he realized that he was surrounded by women who all have very, very long, luscious, beautiful hair. So he's like, I'm in New York, you know, supposedly we're supposed to have the best hair products, hair care in maybe the world. Why does everyone here have this amazing long hair? And actually one of the women with this amazing long hair ended up gifting him a bottle of Rahua oil. So Rahua, which is the name of the brand, is also just a type of an oil, just like we have sunflower oil, avocado oil, Rahua oil. So he transported that oil back to New York in his suitcase. Rahua oil nourishes your scalp, it nourishes your hair follicles. And one thing that I find really cool, especially because I just highlighted my hair for the first time in a very long time, is it actually helps to push the color pigmentation of your hair deeper into your hair to make your color last longer. So it's not for colored hair, but it's great also for people who have colored hair because it just helps your color last longer. So basically he wanted to bring to the US what the Amazonian women did, and that's why he founded Rahua. Something that I love about this gel specifically, and like I said, we're going to use it together, is it's kind of where like a mask and a gel meets. They even say on the website it's like a green juice for your hair. So like it like nourishes your hair. So I'm actually going to use it as a one and done product. Usually I swear by my CGO order of applying products. That's creams, gels, and oils. I'm skipping the creams. I'm just going with the gel because this gel has so many amazing hydrating ingredients. Like literally aloe vera leaf extract is the second ingredient. And that ingredient is a great soft hold gel ingredient. So actually just aloe vera alone without any ingredients in it. Like if you literally just took raw aloe vera and put it on your hair, it would create like a little gel to your hair, a very soft hold gel. So it would help form your curl families together. It wouldn't give you a crunch like you would find in, you know, maybe like a chemically altered gel, but it would just sort of like leave them soft and more defined than if you didn't use it. And in general, this is a soft hold gel, so I'm not expecting any type of crunch. In fact, just using this alone, I'm really expecting volume. This gel is protein-free and it's going to help smooth and prevent frizz, and it really gives a nice natural shine. If you look at the ingredients on this bottle, there's a lot of really cool things like I mentioned, the aloe vera, and then there's something called Ilex guayasa leaf extract, which is full of antioxidants. Again, all these ingredients are going to be found in the Amazonian rainforest. Then we have cucumber fruit extract, which actually has cooling and refreshing properties to your hair. Then brown sugar cane, which I think is so cool. You hardly ever see that in hair products, but that's going to help actually retain the moisture in your hair. So yeah, it's really cool. All these natural ingredients make up this beautiful, truly beautiful product. The color of it is like insane. This type of gel, while used by its own, is definitely going to be better for people who prefer volume in their hair. But if you prefer more definition, you could still use this gel, but I would pair it with like an additional stronghold gel and or a curl cream. So I am going to go ahead and use this. And as I use it, I'm also going to chat about mistakes that a lot of people make when using gels, picking gels, etc. So the first mistake I see is people either use too much or too little water based on what their hair needs. So I know that like if you've been following me for any amount of time, I always say to make sure that your hair is soaking wet when you apply your hair products, which is true for most people, but it is actually not true for everyone. There are some people specifically who have like what we call in the biz like silky roots or like glassy roots. And those type of people are going to want to actually style on like more damp hair. I got out of the shower maybe 15 minutes ago, so I am going to just like dampen my hair. I like to style on very, very soaking wet hair, and that's because my hair tends to be drier. So I would say in general, the more dry your hair is, the more sopping wet it should be. And the less naturally dry your hair is, the less sopping wet it needs to be. It can be a little bit more damp. Dampness is always going to lead to more hold and more crunch. So if you're struggling with hold, if you're struggling with your curls falling flat, that's definitely when you also want to style on more damp hair rather than more wet hair. I don't have that problem, so I really like to like drench my hair. And that really helps me with like definition and frizz. The second mistake that I see people have when they use gel is their hair gets really crunchy, so they're scared of using gel. We talk about this a lot on this channel, but if you're new and you haven't heard this before, gels commonly will make curly hair crunchy if they have those strong holding ingredients in there. And that does not mean it's a bad gel. In fact, a lot of my favorite gels make my hair really crunchy, and all I do at the end of my routine when my hair is perfectly dry is scrunch or clap the crunchy gel cast out of my hair. So literally, like if my hair was dry, I would just like scrunch it and clap it, and then that crunchy gel cast would go completely away, and I'd be left with those soft, bouncy, but still very defined curls. So don't be scared of that crunch. In fact, like I get a lot of comments of people complaining that they can't get their hair crunchy because that's what they want. Because you can just clap or scrunch it away. So it is a good thing. So for today's gel routine, I'm just gonna emphasize the volume. So I'm going to style in smaller sections. Usually I really only style my hair in 3 sections, but I'm gonna do as many sections really honestly as it takes because I really wanna focus on volume here. So the more sections that you do, the more voluminous your hair will be because it's going to like break them up. But this is section 1. Again, I'm just making sure it's soaking wet. For me, that's what I want. And then I'm going to take the Rahua aloe vera gel. It has the prettiest color. I'm gonna just take about this much per section. So just like a pump or a pump and a half per section because I'm doing really small sections. It smells so good. And then I'm just going to rake that through. After that's all raked through, I'm gonna take a styling brush. And this is another reason I like to do this in small sections so I can really get in there with the styling brush and then just brush down and shake. You can already see those curls forming really nicely. This is also the first styling routine that I'm doing on my I just got my haircut, so we'll see how the haircut turns out when I style it. So then when I'm done one of those sections, then I just pin that section away with 2 clips just to get it out of the way so I'm not confusing things I've done and haven't done. So that brings me to my third mistake that people often do when they use gel is they don't apply it to the mids and the ends first. A lot of times what people will do is they'll use gel and like even sometimes I see the directions on some of these bottles and I'm like, oh, why does it say that? But like the directions will be like apply to roots and bring to ends. Not what you want to do. What you definitely want to do, I'll show you right here. Again, I'm just taking a pump of the Rahua aloe vera gel. What you want to do is you want to start on the ends and then work your way up to the mids and then the top. So the most amount of product should be going on the ends and then to the top. That will also really help with like root volume. A lot of times people don't get root volume because they're like slugging it on the top and then the bottom is frizzy. So that's like a common mistake. So again, section by section, just brushing through. And when I brush the gel through, I will also just kind of give it like this little shake at the end, just to kind of set the curls in place. And then when I'm done one section, I'll unclip the section before, maybe give it a nice big scrunch all together, and then reclip it. Then I would say the fourth most common mistake that I see is people will scrunch their gel into their hair or rake their gel into their hair when they want opposite results. So let me explain. So there's lots of different ways that you can put gel into your hair. What I've been doing this whole time is raking it in. Other people, like they won't ever rake it in, they'll just literally scrunch it in. And it's not wrong to do that, it's just different. It's going to give you a different result. So a lot of times people will think that like they're getting the results that maybe I get or somebody gets when they rake and they'll just scrunch. I right now have gotten to a habit of raking, but that always hasn't been my case. A lot of times I do scrunch. So the raking, what that is going to do is really evenly coat all the hair strands. Because as you can see, I'm literally going down each hair strand and like getting it with my hand. Whereas the scrunching, if I've never raked, that's just going to get primarily like the mids and the ends. And it's not going to evenly distribute as much the product. So what that's going to do is most likely that's going to add more definition and less volume. So again, when you rake through, you're kind of disrupting the curl pattern or the natural curl families, and then you're sort of creating that more volume that way. So just brushing this through. And again, I only do 3 sections, but because I'm really focusing on volume and everything, I'm doing just as many sections sort of as it takes to just sort of go down my hair. And then just scrunching that all together and pinning it back. So again, if you scrunch gel into your hair, you're probably going to get more definition. And then if you rake the gel into your hair, you're probably going to get more volume and an even spread. But I go through stages where I do both. So it doesn't really matter, like it's not right or wrong. It's really just based on preference. That's also like a fun thing to try, but just know the results are going to be different. So again, taking some of the Rahua Aloe Vera gel. The 5th thing I see people doing wrong is they will layer their gel at the end of the routine versus throughout the routine like I'm doing. So just like the thing I was talking about before, there's not actually a right or wrong way of doing that. It just is going to give you different results. So I'll see people like they want one result, but they're doing an action that gives them a different result. So right now I'm applying my gel layer by layer. So I'm applying it throughout the mid of my routine, right? Like every single layer is getting a little bit of gel. It's really like a big focus in my routine today, et cetera, et cetera. And that's just like what I am aiming and going for today. But if I was aiming and going for less definition, then I would put it in all at once at the very end. A lot of times I will do that. I'll just like scrunch in the gel at the end, and that will give me a much different result rather than raking it in section by section. A big reason why I'm not doing that is because for such a soft hold gel, you're going to want to, in my opinion, rake it in section by section. You don't have to, but like that is just how I prefer to use products. You can also see like how quickly my hair dries. Like I basically have made no stops in this video, and like this section is like practically dry. Hence why I need a spray bottle by me at all times. So as I'm getting on top, I'm putting 2 good pumps. At the bottom I was putting 1 pump. I just really don't want frizz on the top, so I'm putting a little bit more. Whenever I use a styling brush, I just always make sure the bristles go upward. That will just give me a little bit more of that like root lift, that root volume. So my 6th mistake that I see most often when people are using gel is, depending on if you are air drying or diffusing, you have to use more or less gel. So if you're air drying, you don't need as much gel because you're not going to be like tousling your hair back and forth. You're just going to let like the air dry your hair. And honestly, the more gel you use, the longer it's going to take your hair to dry. So you don't need as much. But if you're diffusing, a lot of times people will use the same amount of gel that they would use if they're air drying, and then they get a bunch of frizz, and then they wonder why they have a bunch of frizz, and then they think that diffusing is the worst thing in the world, where diffusing is like one of the best things in the world. And a lot of times, honestly, that's just like error. People don't realize that you have to use a little bit more gel, or sometimes a lot of it more gel, depending on the person, if you are diffusing. So I usually diffuse like 9 out of 10 times, and I'm going to diffuse today. So I'm just making sure that I'm using enough gel for diffusing, and I'm not using the amount of gel that I would use if I was air drying. If I was air drying, I would use probably like 25% less gel. So just make sure that you're like watching that, like whether or not you are air drying will determine how much gel you should use. So just last section, getting my bangs in. Layer by layer, all the gel is in my hair. I am just going to, because again, this gel is lighter weight, I am just going to flip my hair and add a little bit more gel by scrunching it in. We talked about this. So I'm doing both only because it's a light hold gel. And I want to make sure that I get a little bit of hold to my hair so it lasts. And that is it. I'm going to diffuse and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And here are the final results. Obviously it looks great. If I'm being honest, I think I could have actually used a little less. I was trying to use a lot because it's not really strong hold, which it's not, but it also is super moisturizing. So I've used a little too much, which just means that tomorrow it's gonna look great, but it still looks obviously very, very good, especially for just one product. Like that's crazy. I'll link this awesome gel below. Make sure you don't do those 6 mistakes next time you use your curly hair gel, and I'll see you next time.